Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a Barnes & Noble's book haul. Earlier this month, Barnes & Noble's had like this 50% off book sale blowout. So I got a couple books and I want to share them with you guys. So if you're interested in seeing the books that I got, please continue watching. Okay, so in total I got 6 books. I believe 3 are nonfiction and 3 are fiction. So the first book I got is called 3 Dark Crowns. Now when I bought all of these books, I really had like no real intention in buying these specific books. These are just books that when I was scrolling on the website that really caught my eye. I'm really trying to get more into reading nonfiction books as well as just upping my, my book count. I've been really slacking this year on books. I think this year I've only read 14 books, which is not a lot for me. So I took the opportunity to get more books just to broaden, my reading. So this book is by Kendra Blake, and in the back it says, in every generation on the island of Benburn, a set of triplets is born. 3 queens, all equal heirs to the crown and each professor of a coveted magic. Maribel is an elemental, able to spark hunger, flames, or vicious storms at the snap of her fingers. Catherine is a poisoner, one who can ingest the deadliest poisons without so much as a stomach ache. And Arison, a naturalist, is said to have the ability to bloom the readiest rose and control the fiercest of lions. But becoming the queen crowned isn't solely a matter of royal birth. Each sister has to fight, because I can read. Has to fight for it, and it's not just a game of win or lose, it's life or death. The night of the sisters turn 16, the battle begins, the last queen standing gets the crown. So I am actually really excited. I do love to read books about magic and that more like medieval time with like princesses and kings and queens. I find that time period very fascinating. That's why I picked up this book. Okay, so the next book I got was Make Your Bed, Little Things That Can Change Your Life and Maybe the World. Now this is a nonfiction book. It's going to be found under the self-help genre, and I've really been into a lot of the personal growth and self-help books. I finished reading The War of Art as well as The 5-Second Rule. And I also do read a lot of books that pertain to like writing. So I did read Stephen King's memoir on writing. I think it's called The Craft of Writing, a memoir, something like that. Something along those lines. And I've been reading The Snowflake Method. I believe I have a review on that in my on my channel, and then he just came out with another book called The Snowflake Method for Writing Dynamic Scenes. So I'm in the process of reading that book and I find it very fascinating. I did fall in love with the Snowflake Method. It's definitely a method that I do like to use when I outline, and it's definitely something I'm going to be using for Preptober. So so this is going to be one of the books that I'm going to use to implement, more personal growth in my life. So the next book is called Dread Nation. Now I am super excited about this book, mainly because that was my phone. So the next book I bought is called Dread Nation, and I am super excited about this book because on the cover there is clearly a girl of color on it, so that immediately drew me to this book. we do live in a world where a lot of the books seem to be one specific either, male-female relationships, or mainly the main characters do happen to be Caucasian. I find that I don't see a lot of YA books that have persons of color as their main character, so that's really what drew me to this book. And also it had a very Hunger Games feel to it, just by looking at the cover. And so that's why I picked this up, and I'm definitely very excited to read it. The next book I got is called The Law of Attraction, the basics of the Teachings of Abraham. Now, I've been on this very spiritual, more self-aware journey, and that's why I've been reading a lot of these personal growth or self-help books. So this one is going to be a really good thing to add to my list of books to read. I'm really excited to read it. I do have the app on my phone called The Law of Attraction, and it does give you all these, every day it'll send me an alert, and it'll give me just a phrase, a manifestation phrase, just something that really just gets me in a grateful mindset, but also a positive mindset. And that's something I'm really striving for, especially through this wedding planning, because it's been very stressful for me. And that's why I did take 2 months off from putting out content. So I think this is definitely going to help me keep that balance in my life. Okay, so the next book is called Warcross, and it is by Marie Lu. I don't really know anything about the author or this book. I saw it and it looked really interesting online, and so I put it in my cart. I am excited to read it. It kind of, just from the cover and the feels that I get from just looking at it, it kind of looks like it's going to be similar to, what's that book called? It's on The Maze Runner. Though I did not particularly like the Maze Runner. I hope that this book is better than The Maze Runner, but again, we'll see. I really don't know anything about this book, but I definitely am excited to read it. And the last book that I picked up, which will be the last nonfiction book that I show you, and it's called The Subtle Art of Just Not Giving, and you can just fill in the blank. This, I think, is going to play a huge part in, my spiritual and emotional growth. I do tend to take a lot of things to heart, especially when people say mean or nasty things to me. And I am working on, not being as emotional or sensitive, because, when people do those things to you, it's not necessarily a reflection on who you are as a person, but more of their insecurities and how they feel about themselves. And I hear that this book is really good for moving past those kinds of things. I'm actually really excited to read it. I think I'm going to have to add that into my TBR for October. That is it for my Barnes & Noble's 50% off book haul blowout. I am so excited about all the books that I picked. I am super excited to get into reading them. Some I'll put in my my October to be read list. But I'm really excited to read them and share them with you. I will do reviews on all the books that I showed you today as separate videos once I finish reading them, so you can look for those on my channel. Thank you again so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, I would really appreciate it if you gave me a thumbs up, so I do know that you're enjoying this content, so I can make more of these kinds of videos. I will be doing Vlogtober, and this video will be a part of that, so you will be getting 31 videos from me in the month of October, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited that it's fall. I'm so excited that it's almost October, because as I'm recording this video, it is still September, but I'm excited for October because I will be getting married, and it's almost Halloween. But that is all I have for you today, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys next time in my videos. Bye!